Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing some bike checks from the Granguanche Road Audax that has just happened over in the Canary Islands. I've just done the report video, so go and check that out if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, I thought I'd just find a few bikes and see what people are riding for this kind of thing. So in case you didn't know, the Granguanche Audax is, well, kind of what it says. It's an Audax across the Canary Islands. They have a trail one, a road one and a gravel one, and the road one has just finished, and as you can see, basically you're racing the ferries. So to get Adex Paace, you have to hit like a certain ferry each day, so it's pretty tough to kind of race across each island, get on the ferry and ride across the next. So it starts in Lanzarote, then you ride across Fuerteventura, Gran Canaria, Tenerife, and La Gomera is the final islands to finish on. So yeah, you're always chasing the clock and chasing ferries rather than necessarily racing each other. And if you didn't know, the Canaries are basically volcanoes, so it's quite mountainous. You get up to 2,500 meters on sort of Tenerife and Gran Canaria. So yeah, you want a bit of a climbing bike. I'll be out there myself in a few weeks' time, guiding out detours, which I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, starts 10th of March 2024. I think there's a few spaces left if anyone's interested. Basically, we're doing it the easy way, in 8 days, staying in fancy hotels and just enjoying the sunshine. But anyway, back to the bikes. Now, the first one I found, Philippe Bashet, actually rode with him in Japan on the Japanese Odyssey. And he's riding, I think it's an open, kind of like the gravel bike. And yeah, it's actually got relatively large amount of luggage. Now, most people just ride in their kit with the bare essentials, don't really sleep for a few days, and as part of the race, people you can get a bag transfer back to the finish. So basically, you're in the same pair of bibs for a week, well, 2-3 days. So yeah, Philippe's got the zip wheels on. They're 303s, quite lightweight. As I said, there's a lot of climbing, so you don't really need anything too deep. What chain set is that? It looks like it's Shimano. Was it SRAM? I think it's Shimano Dura Race. Not quite sure on the chain set though, to be honest. Looks like it might be an aftermarket power meter on there. Running the Apogura bags, frame pack, 2 bottles, top tube pack. I'm not sure what he's got in this rear pack. I reckon he's probably carrying a fair bit of stuff, maybe a set of clothes just to get out of at the end. But you still need to take things like a bit of arm warmers, knee warmers, probably a rain jacket. It can rain up high on those mountains. I've been caught out myself. And then he's running the exposure lights, like a little mini flasher, and then it's like a flare on the back there, and one of the exposure lights on the front can't quite make it out, probably a Strada or something like that, which is their road specific front light, and Grand Prix 5000 tyres, which are meant to be super fast rolling, really good, just a pain in the ass to get on tubeless, so or get off the rim because they stick so well, but yeah, if you don't puncture, that's not a problem. So yeah, that's Philippe's bike. Next up, Yim Boringer. I know Joachim fairly well. Raced him in the Atlas Mountain Race and the Silk Road Mountain Race. This guy flies up climbs. I think he's supported by a Bayer, so he's riding. It must be is it the Orca? I think is their top end bike. Again, he's running SRAM Red Axis. So that's the wireless shifting. I've actually tried that out. I've got the Force on my Mason definition. It's kind of cool, works quite well actually. Just got to keep on top of the batteries. But on an event like this, it wouldn't be an issue at all. Again, he's going fairly light, just the Apogura top tube bag, I guess, for snacks and like essentials, and then just his layers in the seat pack here. Looks like he's got these 2 1-litre bottles. It can be quite remote. In places in the Canaries, if you're certainly Fuerteventura, places like that, it can be warm, and it sounded like there was a really hot headwind as well. So if you saw my race report, you'll know all about that. Again, Grand Prix 5000 tyres on there, seems to be a bit of a theme. I'm not quite sure what the wheels are. I can't quite make it out. Fairly generic. I think Orbeyers do come with their own kind of own brand wheels on them anyway, so I suspect they are the Orbeyer wheels, but I don't really know enough about them to be able to say which ones. This is Linda Nakazi, I think her surname is, actually partner of Philippe. Again, rode with them both in Japan. They're both super strong. Another open, similar chain set to the one Philippe was riding. Not quite sure what it is, but again, similar setup. XTR Dura Race, I think. Di2, She's actually got aero bars on there, probably not super necessarily on the whole, although Fuerteventura is quite flat, and as I said, there was a horrific headwind, so that probably would make some difference. She's got a similar setup to Philippe in terms of bags, so frame bag, top tube bag. She's also got this Apogera feed pouch on there, really good for snacks. And again, Grand Prix 5000 tyres seems to be a bit of a theme coming through at the moment, and she's got these fancy Princeton wheels. The wavy shape is supposed to be more aerodynamic than like a standard shape. Whether that's the case or not, I don't know. It might just be a bit of a gimmick. I think the main thing for aero, to make wheels aero, is kind of the width and the shape of the rim, and how it kind of lines up with the tyres. But again, similar setup. Again, I think it's a Strada. I think she had this setup in Japan on the Japanese Odyssey, and the little exposure flare rear light. So yeah, pretty cool setup. And I think Linda also did the Adex Paace as well, which is some pretty good going. So yeah, really good effort from her. This one is Julie. I just need to check her surname. But she was also, I think she also made the Outx Paace. It finished at a similar time to Linda. Cervelo, I think this is the soloist, so it's not that, it's kind of their all-round bike, but I've always had quite a soft spot for the Cervelos. I remember the aluminium ones when they first came out, the first kind of aero road bike. I just think they're quite cool. So yeah, Cervelo soloist. Again on SRAM, that's the Force Axis. That's the stuff I use at the moment on my Mason. As I said, works pretty well. Wheels, I think they're the reserve wheels. That's Cervelo's kind of own brand. Well, it's owned by Pon Holdings, which is Cervelo, Santa Cruz, Reserve, that kind of thing. Luggage wise, little frame pack, but then she's got the tail fin. I think obviously the frame's a bit smaller, so it is a bit trickier to get stuff in there, but that's the beauty of the tail fin system. It just fits on the rear axle, and then you've got loads of space on there just to put your layers in there, and you can pack it as big or small as you need to. Again, Grand Prix 5000 tyres. I need to get on those maybe. It seems to be very popular at the moment. And then another exposure light on the back there. Not quite sure what the front one is. But yeah, that's a neat little setup, and obviously pretty damn fast as she made Adex Paace. Now this one, not actually sure whose bike this is, but looks pretty cool. White Specialized S-Works. Again, SRAM red. Not Red Force, SRAM Red Axis. Again, SRAM seems to be super popular at the moment. The standard Rover wheels, I'm guessing they're 40 to 50 mil. And looks like, I can't quite make out the tyres, might be specialised tyres on there. But the interesting thing, super lightweight in terms of luggage, just the Apogera saddle pack there. Although it does look like they may have had a hydration vest as well. But yeah, that bike would have been super light and nice on the climbs. So yeah, looks pretty cool. Nice to see they've got the matching white bottles as well, just to make it all look nice and neat. And then the final bike I've picked out, again, aero bikes seem to be sort of the thing at the moment. SRAM Red on their Axis, and looks like the wheels will be Syntace, which I think is it's basically Scott-owned Syntace, so they're Scott's own wheels. That'd be I think that's the foil, the kind of aero bike. See the integrated bar and stem, no cables showing anywhere. All good until you need to change a cable, but that's a different thing. That's a job for the bike shop. And yeah, baggage wise, just the Apogera frame bag. Not much in the way of water, mind you. So I'm not sure if there was an additional backpack as well, because there's only two 500ml bottles there, or 600ml max. And then this little dry bag on the seat post here. Not quite sure what's in there. But yeah, looks like a neat bike. So yeah, that's my pick of the bikes of the Granguanche. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the race report if you want to see how the event went down. And yeah, keep an eye out for my Atlas Mountain Race coverage. I'll do a preview before I go, and then there'll be loads of videos once I'm back in the middle of February. So yeah, keep an eye out for those. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you all soon.